This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellent mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, Where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is a brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration camp here in Trinidad with another video, another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. So first and foremost, call Halayam, La Alahayanawa, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha Kodash. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedoms to do so now more than ever for this truth. Double salutations, unto these brothers, who teaching this word, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites, who may look like the other nations, but are Israel through their forefatherly lineage, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwat. Alright? Which is his sisters. Akwat Yam Salakia, which is his sisters. The very few, The very few that be. Alright? The name of this lesson is Esau is the epitome of hypocrisy and double-standardness. Alright? Esau is the epitome of that. Hypocrisy and double-standardness. Alright? That is just the modus operandi of Esau Edom. Alright, they are hypocrites. They are total hypocrites. Alright? And they practice a lot of double standardness, where they would want to speak against you concerning one thing. Alright? Speak against you concerning one thing, but on the other hand, they would allow the same thing that they're criticizing you for, they would allow it by the way of somebody else. Alright? So, let's go to the meaning of hypocrite before we start anything. I'm going to take my time here because... Alright. Bear with me, Baba Kusha. Alright. Alright. I think you see why. Alright, hypocrisy. Alright, hypocrisy. Alright? Hypocrisy, the practice of claiming to have higher standards or more noble beliefs than is the case. And this is Esau Edom. Alright? They claim to have a higher standard, a living, a higher standard within moral values all right, with the false philosophy of democracy and stuff like that, all right. But they are total opposite to what they claim, you know, and what they say they practice. All right. You have certain synonyms here. You have pretense. All right. And the word pretend, you know, is to be an actor. Even the word to be a hypocrite is to be an actor. All right. Posturing, falsity, deceit, deception, dishonesty. All right, double dealing. All right, double dealing. All right, let me see what are double dealing. The practice of double dealing, the practice of working to people's disadvantage behind their backs. All right, an air of double dealing and deceit hangs over the negotiations. And they give you another example. And these are the things that Esau practice. Let's go into double standard. TOU. Hey. And hey, look down it. Look who they have. Hey. Oh my. Hey, look who they put up these 48ers. A double standard is the application of different sets of principles for situations that are in principle the same. It is often used to describe treatment whereby one group is given more latitude than another. And we see in here, oh my goodness. Yeah, you see the double standardness. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Yeah, these Amalekite civilians killed in a suicide attack are innocent victims. Palestinian civilians killed in an Israeli army attack are casualties of war. Right, so you see the doubles, and you see it like this too, you know, when the Palestinians fighting back, you know, when they being attacked and they fighting back, you know, they just call them what, terrorists. All right, but when these 48ers, all right, when these 48ers, they call them, they call that casualties of, they call that terrorists being acted out on them, terrorism being acted out on them. You know, for lack of better terms, for lack of better words, you know, you guys understand where I'm coming from. All right? So that is the double standardness. All right? All right? Jake, because I have a video to show, you know, when Jake, a big prime example of double standardness, you know, Jake and Esau will do the same crime. All right? But what you will get? You will get Jake serving life sentences and what have you, whilst Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, getting a slap on the wrist. All right? Getting off with a year probation and suspended sentence and all these nonsense. All right? So, without further ado, let's go to the hypocrisy and double standardness of Esau Edom. All right? So, watch this. Watch this.
New at 10 tonight, it was an arrest 28 years in the making. Tonight, the family of Jafar Tucker says they're hopeful that justice will finally be served. He was shot to death at the Oakland City Transit Station in southwest Atlanta way back in 1994. As Fox 5's George Franco reports now, the murder suspect is in jail tonight after his arrest in Oconee County. It was November 27th, 1994, around 2:30 in the afternoon, when 18-year-old Stafford Tucker was shot in the face after getting off a train here at the Oakland City Transit Station. 28 years later, the suspect is behind bars after a random registration check in Oconee County.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to place you in custody today, okay?
Tuesday afternoon in Oconee County, a man with a suspended South Carolina driver's license, suspended registration, and no insurance is arrested during a random registration check at East Monroe Highway. The man's ID says he is Race Seckham. He says he's headed to a hospital in Athens to visit a sick uncle and is dependent on.
I have children, I have a sick uncle, and I run the household.
But investigators say a fingerprint check at the jail identified Seckham as Mohammed Bilal Amin, wanted for the fatal shooting of 18-year-old Jafford Tucker. Tucker's uncle, who now lives in Portland, Oregon, says he promised his sister, Jafford's mother, who died a few years ago, that justice would be served.
My family needs justice. They need closure. This is the best closure that my family can have. My sister is here today. She will be soaking in tears.
El Amin, who had a nationwide FBI bulletin on him for years, is now at the Fulton County Jail charged with murder. Oconee County deputies Devin Blair and Lex Ogan, who arrested El Amin, instrumental in helping Jafford Tucker's family find a path toward justice.
The good Lord looks after all of us, and in the best ways He sees fit. And if the paper's been out there for that long, sooner or later, law enforcement's going to continue to look until.
Good Lord, yeah, about Shimmy, I'll try and dealing with you fuck Edomites. Yeah, about Shimmy, I'll try and dealing with you Edomites. Alright? But so far, I hope you guys, getting the picture that is being painted here. Alright? But let's let it finish and then we will get into it.
Fine people.
I know that eventually he would get caught. I put it in my heart that I've forgiven him, but I can't forget.
Jafford Tucker's uncle says he will return to Atlanta from Portland to attend the trial of El Amin. In Southwest Atlanta, I'm George Franco, Fox 5 News.
Alright? So, we see the picture that was painted there. This Jake, this individual, alright? This individual, he committed a murder 28 years ago. Alright, back in 1994. Alright? And was wanted for that murder. Alright? And due to, it wasn't random. He works at Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Alright, that wasn't random. That was Yahweh Bashim Yahshai performing his work. Alright? And he had was to pay for his sin. Alright? But what I'm saying is this. 28 years later, and they managed to hold him and charge him. Alright? And he's about to stand trial for murder. But here you have Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Yeah? Who for over 500 years been murdering, mass genocide, mass slaughter, mass genocide of the children of Israel for well over 500 years. For well over 500 years. Alright? And they see it fit that they must never see or go through no repercussion for what they have done unto the children of Israel. Alright? We must forget it. We must get over it. That was 500 years back. That was, slavery was well over 400 years. That was a long time ago. We must forget about it. You see the hypocrisy and the double standardness? Here it is, this Jake. He did what he did, and you all never forgot it. You all making sure that he paid for his crime. Alright? 28 years down the line. But you all, 500 years down the line, for all what you have done, enslaving, slaughtering, alright, robbing us of our heritage, our nationality, our language, our everything that connects us back to who we are, to who we truly are, which is the children of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the children of Israel, the children of Yasha'Allah. You did all those atrocities to us, but do not want to face your judgment. See the hypocrisy? You see the hypocrisy? Yeah? But Yahweh Hashem Yahshai says something different. This is Jeremiah 49 and 12. It reads what? For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup has assuredly drunken. Yeah? Which is who? Yasha'Allah. We wasn't to drink of that cup of slavery because we was given instructions to live by along with a covenant. But we strayed. So we had was to receive the bitter end of that covenant. Alright? We made that covenant and we strayed from it. So by all means, we had to face what we had to face what we had was to face. Alright? And thou he that shall altogether go unpunished, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So we here who went through that harsh judgment from the Lord. Alright? You think that you all is gonna get away? You think you all is gonna go unpunished? No. You all are going to drink of that same cup, that bitter cup, that slavery. Alright? For 1,000 years. You all are going to pay for what you all have done unto the children of Israel. It's a simple fact. Yeah? It's a simple fact. When you go to Isaiah 47 and 1, it reads what? No, not 1 actually. Isaiah 47 and 6, Salakia. It reads, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient as thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Yeah, you all didn't show us no mercy. Alright, Yahweh Hashem Yahshai given us into your hands for you to lay down the judgment that he procured upon us, that he, sentenced upon us. But you all didn't show us no mercy. That's why when I go back to the curses of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and I think it's 49, yeah? Alright. Let me see. 50 actually. I will start from 49. Deuteronomy 28:49, it reads, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flight. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Yeah? A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Alright? And this here was you guys imprint. You all showed no favor unto us, You guys heavily laid that yoke upon us. All right? You guys heavily laid that yoke upon us. All right? Now it's your time now. Now it's your time now to feel what we had felt and what we still feeling to this day through your police brutality and whatnot, your police lynchings and what have you. You know? All the social, economical problems that we're going through by the hands of you, Esau, starting with the elites, and even the lower level Edomites, all right, from the Jim Crow era and the sundown towns and all of that. Yeah? You didn't show us no mercy. For well over 500 years, we have been facing the atrocities of you, Esau, Edom, by the hands of you, Esau, Edom. And, you know, it's been going on. It's been going on and it's been going on and it's been going on. Alright? But you guys mustn't pay for what you all did. We must love each other and all kumbaya. And no, there's a price to pay. There is a price to pay. And you all is going to pay that price heavily too. By the hands of the children of Israel, alright, by the force and anger of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You all is going to feel that. Alright? It's just everything is within its what? Within its due time. Alright? When I go to Ezekiel, let's go to Ezekiel 35. Let's go to Ezekiel 35. We're going to Ezekiel 35 and 1. It says, Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Behold, O Mount Seir. And we're talking about the literal Mount Seir, which is now Petra, modern day Petra, Jordan. Is speaking about the elites, the governmental structure of Esau, Edom, the elites, the top notch, the 1%. Alright? Esau, Edom, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and will make thee most desolate. Yeah? I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because why? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Which was what? The so-called abolition of slavery. But you all still carried on the afflictions. To this day, you all still carry on the afflictions. To this day. Alright? You all have that perpetual hatred. That never dying, never ending hatred towards us. Alright? Performing these atrocities upon us. And think that, you know, it's not going to, you all is not going to face no judgment. That is why when I go back to the Isaiah, just bear with me. I was to go back to the Isaiah, but that's not a problem. That's why when I go back to the Isaiah 47 and 7, alright? Alright? Where I read over verse 6 again, and I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient, as thou very heavily laid thy yoke, and thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. You all think, because of your pride too, you know, you all been going on for well over 500 years and way beyond that, you know, during the time of the Maccabees, all right, the Hellenistic period, alright? When you all were the Roman Empire also, you all been heavily coming down upon us in the worst of ways. But the peak of it was was from the Renaissance period to now, you know. That was the height of your all wickedness against us. The height of your all atrocities against us. Against all 12 tribes. All 12 tribes. Because the scripture says what the children of Israel and the children of Judah were both oppressed together. Roughly paraphrasing. But the thing is, you all didn't think of the latter end of it. You all think that, you know, you all will continue. Your houses will continue. Alright? And there will be no repercussions. This is the pride of the so-called white man. So that's why when I go back to the Ezekiel 35, and I think I'll reach verse 4. Alright? No, verse 5 actually. What did the Lord say? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. See it thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. That's why the Lord said in Numbers 35 and 33. Numbers 35 and 33. It reads, So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Alright? That's why you're going to pay for all what you have done. Alright? That's why when we come out on the highways and byways and show you all your crimes, I wasn't there. I didn't do that. Yeah, I didn't do that. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. Yes, you was there. And even if it wasn't so, what did the Lord said? What did the Lord said? When I go back to let's see something here. When I go back to Isaiah 14 and 21, it reads what? Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. All right? You all is going to pay. All right, because your forefathers have left a heavy friggin' tab that needs to be paid, and it's going to be paid in blood. All right. That Jake there with that individual, that's just a perfect example of their double standardness. A perfect example of their double standardness. Alright? But that shows that it had with that crime, it had no statute of limitation there. Alright? Where, alright, after a certain amount of years pass, alright, we are to forget about that, whatnot, so forth. No. They book him for a traffic offense and whatnot, and when they run the fingerprints, they see that he been wanted for a murder 28 years back. So what? He has to face the court now. He has to be brought to justice now. So why the same thing cannot be for you all? Yeah? Why the same thing cannot? Why you all mustn't face justice? Why the fuck all they mustn't face justice? Let me be real. Fucking Esau, man. Yeah? But the Lord said what? Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. For the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. That's why when I go to Job, I gotta pull it up here. Somewhere in Job, if his children be multiplied, it is for the SWO. Yeah, it is for the sword. KJV. Alright? Let's pull that up. Job 27:14. Let's go to that. Take your time. Alright? Let's go to that. Job 27:14. Where it says, right? Yeah? I will read from 13. This is Job 27:13. This is the portion of a wicked man with Yahweh, and the heritage of oppressors which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Alright? If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword. And this is what is going to come down upon you Edomites. Yeah? This is what is going to come down upon you Edomites. Alright? Because why? When I go to Zephaniah or Zechariah, boy. Zechariah 2 and verse 8. Zechariah 2 and 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. Yeah? For he that toucheth you, Yasharallah, toucheth the apple of his eye. For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me. Alright? This is the situation here. You all thought, well, you know, you all could do us all what you've been doing for all these years, all these centuries. No repercussion. Alright? No payback, no retribution. Alright? No restoration for all that you have stolen, robbed us of. Alright? And you all is just going to go lardy-dardy, you know, into the hey, watch me. Well, I tell you, boy, yeah. But again, for that individual, it good. I ain't feeling sorry for him. Yeah, I ain't feeling sorry for him. Alright? Because this is the situation here with these guys here. When they go to what I was going back to, I will come back to that Ezekiel. When I go to let's go to Jeremiah 6 and 16. Jeremiah 6 and verse 16. It reads, Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. Yeah? They said, we will not walk therein. This is the mindset of 2/3 of Israel. They don't want to walk any parts of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's why they will always be in the calamities that they always end up in. Alright? Because they rather to be wicked. They rather to be stiff-necked. They rather to be rebellious. Yeah? Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. That's why when you go now to Hosea, when you go to Hosea 4:1, it reads, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord had a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land." Because why? They reject knowledge. All right, they reject knowledge, and by they rejecting knowledge, now this is what they have. This is what they have turned into. Yeah, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touched blood. Yeah, this is what they have reached to now. Yeah, a bunch of murderers, a bunch of drug dealers, pushers, yeah, a bunch of whores and sluts, a bunch of degenerates. This is according to El Apostle Raka, you know, a bunch of GMO fucking hatchlings. This is what they reach to now. Yeah, that's why when the police blow them away, or they're blowing away each other in the streets, I don't feel sorry for them. Because they are a bunch of degenerates. And they need to be wiped off the face of the earth. Yeah? They need to be wiped off the face of the earth. Yeah? Because this is our next prime example of them. Let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs 12:26. It reads what? "The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them." Yeah? They've been seduced by Esau Edom. That's why I said in the last video, myself and Brother Yerushalayim and Brother Karatazad made, you know, well, I spoke about, you know, the system of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, you know, his system is, you know, is of the first 5 books of Moses, and we were supposed to hold to that, you know, and let that be an example unto the other nations that they would see and follow and try to live by, whatnot, so forth. But we fall away from that, and here it is where now Esau now comes up with a whole new system, all right, totally opposite, parallel to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's system, but it is totally opposite, all right. And what they do, they put Jake at the forefront to carry out to carry out the wickedness of their system, to uphold the wickedness of their system. That's why it says, "What the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked," all right, seduceth them. Until now, they come. I think it's Jeremiah 4, you know, but I had to look for that. Let me see if I could find that. Jeremiah 4. And I think it's 25 or something. There's some of this, you know. Let me see. Just bear with me. Well, he speaks about the more wicked than the wicked itself. But there is a good one here in Jeremiah 4:22. It reads, "For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are subtle children, they have none understanding. Yeah, they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have what? They have no knowledge." Alright? That's why they will always get caught up in Esau's system. Yeah? Let me see Jeremiah 5. Let me see. There's a good one too. But I don't want to waste time on it. I don't want to waste time on it. I'll go on to, let me move on. I don't want to waste time on it. But you get the picture. You get the picture. So, but what I'm saying is this at the same time. Yes, Jake is wicked. Yes, that Jake, he had also got what was coming to him. Alright? But is it double standardness I'm speaking about here? What really focusing on? You know, that is what I'm really focusing on, the double standardness of Esau Edom. Alright? Because they do way more worse than Jake. But they don't want to take responsibility for their actions. You know? When I bring it up to them, it's all about, so, but what about this? And what about, no, we're not dealing with the other nations. We're dealing with you. Forget about the other nation. We're dealing with you, Esau Edom. Right? We're dealing with you, so-called white people. Yeah? We're dealing with you all. Yeah? Because, you know, you all come, forget about it, forget it, that was the past. Slavery was the past, my ass. Slavery was the past, my ass. When I go to Ecclesiastes 3 and 15, Ecclesiastes 3 and 15, that which had been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahweh shall require with that which is past. He required with that which is past. That's why he said no in Jeremiah, back to Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. Alright, what he says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. Yeah, they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So that's why when I go back to the Ezekiel now, I'm going back to the Ezekiel 35. I can't leave out that at all. Ezekiel 35. And I think I'll read verse 7. Ezekiel 35 and 7. Yeah. I'll read out verse 6, so I'm going to 7 now. So that's, you know, right? So verse 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men. Yeah? Yeah? I will fill his mountains, and that's speaking about his literal mountain. Alright? It's going into World War III. Alright? Where the government's sending out the men to battle in World War III. Alright? The Battle of Armageddon. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men. In thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword, which is where everywhere that Esau Edom dwelleth. Alright? I will make thee a perpetual desolation, and thy city shall not return, which goes back to Isaiah 14:21. Alright? Prepare slaughter, alright, for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they shall not rise, nor fill the world with their cities anymore. Alright? Roughly paraphrasing. And thy city shall not return, and you shall know that I am the Lord, because thou hast said, these two nations, alright? These two nations, northern kingdom, southern kingdom, and these two countries, alright, the Holy Land of Israel, along with America, which it took from the northern kingdom, alright, shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy, and which thou hast used up out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known amongst them when I have judged thee. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, yeah, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given to us to consume. Yeah, that's why when I go to Lamentations, scriptures just come into my head. Some scriptures I all have written down, alright, and some scriptures, you know, it just come into my head. Lamentations 2, like for instance, Lamentations 2 and 15, where it reads, Lamentation 2 and 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee, they hiss and wag their heads at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, This the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened up their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for we have found and we have seen it. But what did the Lord said concerning this? Let's go to Baruch. Let's go to the Apocrypha. Let's go to Baruch 4 and 27. Baruch 4 and 27, it reads, Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh, for you shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. Alright? For our what? Our sins. Alright? For it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. For he that had brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee the name, that name will comfort thee. But this is the point here now, the major point. Alright? Because this is the day that they look for. We have swallowed her up. Alright? We got her into our hands. We have her desolate. We have her broken. Yeah? We got her to do we got her to do and be how we want her to be. Alright? But what the Lord said, verse 32, Baruch 4:32, Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Yeah? Miserable are the cities which thy children serve, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to rain judgment. Right? For all what they have done unto the children of Israel. So miserable are thy cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. And this is mainly speaking of who? America. Alright? For she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad at thy fall. So shall she be grieved for her own desolation. Yeah? For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall turn into mourning. Yeah? For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. Thermal nuclear fire is going to rain upon America and wipe out the whole of America. According to scripture, thus says the Lord. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from Yahweh. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Yeah? This is what it is. Sirach 25. Sirach 25 and 7. Yes, Sirach 25 and 7, it reads, There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And this is what we patiently waiting for. This is what we patiently waiting for, pursuant to Revelation. Pursuant to Revelation 13 and 9. Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Yeah, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Yeah? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saint. This is what we patiently waiting for. Alright? Because it is going to come. You can't expect to do all that what you did to us and nothing. Nothing. Nah, man. That's why the scripture is saying Galatians what? Galatians 6 and 7. I think it's Galatians 6 and 7. Galatians 6 verse 7. Yeah, Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. So don't deceive yourself, Esau, because the Most High God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. It's plain and simple. It's plain and simple. Yeah? Plain and simple out there. Alright? Plain and simple. What you reap, what you put out, is that what they're going to get. And you dish out hatred, slavery, Jim Crow law, redlining, oh gosh, what do they call this thing with the 13th Amendment? Alright, with your prison system, mass incarceration. Alright? A lot of us, a lot of our people filling up the jail cells, the prison system for crimes where they never even commit, serving all kind of 30-year sentence. Serving all kind of 30-year sentence for crime where they never even commit. And then when they release them, you release them and get them a sorry, if so much. If so much. And telling me you devils mustn't go the fuck down. You devils mustn't be taken. You devils mustn't be fucking pulled out. Pulled down. From fucking rulership. Hey, you devils are something common, man. When I saw that video clip, it's 2 video clip. One was 11 minutes, and this newsreel here. I watched the one with the 11 minutes first. I didn't even know it had a newsreel. When I see the newsreel, I said, well, use that because it's shorter, you know. But whilst watching it, I was like, look at that. These 2 Edomite police, they seen the newsreel, they pride themselves in capturing this guy that was on the run for 28 years. They pride themselves within it. Alright? But here it is. For 500 years, you have been doing all these wickedness unto our people. And you don't want to own up to your fucking wickedness, boy? See the double standardness? And then they want to come with oh gosh, Elder Malcolm others, this bring it out critical race theory and all that bullshit. Critical race theory and cancel culture and all these fuckery. Is the roosters coming home to roost? The chickens coming home to roost? Yeah? You're bashing your shy, lifting up your skirt, exposing you. Bunch of fucking devils. And maybe I have one more scripture. Let me see. One more scripture I think I have on my listener. As a matter of fact, no. No. As a matter of fact, no. Yeah. So I will just read verse 8. I'll read verse 8 and as a matter of fact, I will leave verse 8 and I will go with this last scripture here. This now come to my head here. Back to Lamentations. I will end it off with this. Lamentations 4 and I think it's 20 or 21. 21 actually. Lamentations 4 and 21. Yeah? Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Yeah? The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. This is our last slavery here. This is our last. So prepare yourself. Enjoy it right now, but prepare yourself for what's coming. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. Your hypocrisy and your double standardness, you motherfuckers. He will discover thy sins. Kal halayim la alahaya nawa Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakaha Kodash Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahweh Shai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahweh Shai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwat. Your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp signing out, saying shalom, wa bad babal, death to Esau. Simple as that.